Eternal God, we give thanks to you for the gift of life and for its continual renewal each day. We gather to celebrate this time, which brings Steve and Suzanne to the threshold of their marriage. For the dreams they have dreamed, for the hopes they have for themselves and for each other, we give you thanks. Pray that the words and the spirit of our gathering may be filled with meaning that will deepen each year, all the passing years, both of them and all of us. We ask this in Christ's name. There is a scripture that I'd like to read. It comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And you may have heard this many times, especially at weddings. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never ends. But as for prophecies, they will come to an end. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will all come to an end. For we know only in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partial will come to its end. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became an adult, put an end to childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then we shall see face to face. Now I know only in part, but then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known. And now faith, hope, and love abide. The greatest of these is love. Marriage is known as being a two-part arrangement. I don't mean just simply between a man and woman. It is a two-part arrangement in the sense that God created a covenant of marriage, and then it's been part of our human response to that to make commitments of love and friendship to each other. So in doing so, you will be forming a new entity, your married life. The unity of you two as individuals, unique and special as you are, you will now become one sacred entity. I invite you now, in the presence of your loved ones and friends, and our loving God, to give expression to your intentions to become husband and wife. I ask that you turn and face each other. Steve and Suzanne, do you affirm God's purpose of a deeper union with each other, that you both shall know joy and fulfillment of love? Do you pledge to each other your complete faithfulness through all the changing experiences of life? And of your own free will, do you now give yourselves to each other completely, body, mind, and soul, so that from this day forth you shall be each other's alone, so long as you both shall live? If so, please say, we do. We do. At this time, you've asked me to say a few words. I'm going to ask you to turn toward me. I'm going to ask you to, let me take this from you for a moment. Give that to Carl. I want you to hold out your hands and hold them as cups, just like in front of you. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's going to bind your relationship together and what's going to hold your relationship together. Because as I look at this universe, and as all of us have looked at this universe, there are things that are visible to us, and there are things that are invisible to us. Some of the visible things we really count on, but it really is the invisible. Sometimes it's more important than the visible. So when I think about what you will be constructing or creating your marriage out of, God has given us three gifts. Invisible, and strong, and binding. So if you held at your hand, I'm going to place this imaginary cord that I'm going to ask you to sort of see as invisible that you are going to be working with. And the first one of those is faith. Faith, as you both know, is in one sense, self-confidence. And I know both of you well enough to know that you have a lot of self-confidence. But there's also a faith in each other, which means that we're going to trust each other with your heart and your souls. You're going to protect and guard and love each other deeply because of what we have promised to each other. But then there is also this faith that we have in God. But But the real mystery of God, our faith in God, is the fact that God first has faith in us. And this, that God has taken a risk with us. To say, I believe in these people, as he believes in you too, that you will hold together, be bound together by a faith that is stronger than your own faith. And that's this faith that comes from God. Second invisible strand in our place that we can be working with is hope. Hope that will never fade, does not disappoint, because of the love of God that's poured into your lives. Hope. Hope is, yes, setting goals. Goals for you want for financial future, for housing, for all those things. And those are very important material things. But hope is something that burns brighter than the brightest star in the sky. And that's the hope that you will have burning in your lives, each one of you. When you recognize that God is the one that has placed you in this world so that you can become bearers of hope. That is, those that will give reason for people to keep on living. As they know, without hope, people do not live. Instead, they shrivel and die. But that's not your course. That's not what God has promised you. He's promised you full hope, full protection for your life together. The last one, of course, is love. Of course, love is the one that comes between a man and a woman. It's really what you are presenting to yourself, each other for today. And also, as we know, on this year, this time of year, God's love came to us in a very visible human being. Because of that human love. Because of God showing through that human body. And we know that we have one who really does came to save us from our worst and present to us the very best. So that's what your love is asking of each of you, as we heard from the Corinthians. To give your very best, to endure all things, believe all things, hope all things. And so those invisible strands, your work will be to tie them together, to wind them together, to weave them together in such a way that they'll be stronger still because of the work that you've added to them. They are, first of all and fundamentally, will always be a gift from God. So now may God bless you, keep you in his peace, and be with you forevermore. Amen.
Amen.
Now, if you would turn and face each other, you have some vows to say. So I know nothing about this, so you're on your own. Usually I'm prompting.
And I'm first, right?
Okay, you're first, yes.
So I get to have a little cheat sheet.
Yes.
Maybe I need them and maybe I don't.
1.5 days.
Suzanne, first of all, I have to say thank you. Thank you for making this step with me today and sit with me in church. I know it touched your heart. It hasn't touched mine. And I know our foundation will be built inside the walls of this church. It will keep us together for all time. God is love, and clearly he points that out in Corinthians. And I just want you to know that with all my heart, I will always have your back as you will have mine. I will be with you through every stumble that we have and everything that we forget. We just have to remember that we live for the Lord. Greatest is love. Promise you love. Promise you my best in all days, in all times, in all difficulties, in all blessings. We will share our love with others.
Yeah. I've been thinking so hard trying to understand what's different. It's what I feel for you. And because the moment you first told me Aiden, I felt more than romantic about it. I really felt God's grace. And I feel it every day that I'm with you. And I can also make you some promises. I promise you that every day we wake up, we're going to have to walk around circles on purposes. I promise you I'll leave my dirty peanut butter knife on the kitchen sink. I promise you that I'll probably take mulligans every time. I promise you that I will bring the best part of me every day to the relationship. And I know that we can accomplish more together than either one of us could alone. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being you being perfect for me, and you are in every way. And I'll make little deposits into your all over every day. And I'll make you call myself all the time so I can prove it. I love you.
Are there rings to represent this union?
So,
These rings are an outward and visible sign of the invisible union of their hearts. The hearts that they have just proposed and vowed to each other. As you and others look at these rings from day to day, may they always be symbols of the warmth and love and understanding of the covenant that you have just promised to each other as husband and wife. May they also help you honor the promises that you have made today. Let us pray for these rings. These rings, O God, are to be a visible sign of the vows made to you. May these rings say to all who see them that the commitment of Suzanne and Steve to each other is deep, true, and everlasting. Amen.
Amen.
This ring is a symbol of my love for you.
this ring is my symbol of my love for you.
With it I marry you and join my life with yours.
With it I marry you and join my life with yours.
This ring is a symbol of my love for you.
This ring is a symbol of my love for you.
With it I marry you and join my life with yours.
I think you've already been there.
There's a fire burning there, folks.
Yeah.
Slow down.
We are in Phoenix. Feel the heat.
There's an ancient understanding that each one of you would probably recognize that it takes a community to support a married couple. And so it is that you are joined together as friends and family to be to Suzanne and Steve, a community of faith and support. You stand here and you have been here to see all that they have spoken. And having heard what they have stated in terms of their intentions to each other and to God in the service of marriage, before God, do you now, their friends and family, pledge to support their union and strengthen their lives together, and to speak the truth to them in love, and with them to seek a life of love for others. If so, please say, we do.
We do.
Let us pray. Oh God, we thank you today for that we can witness the marriage of Steve and Suzanne. May they live well, laugh often, and love much. Look graciously upon them, that they may love, respect, and cherish each other, and so live together in faithfulness and patience and wisdom, that their home may be a place of blessing and peace and love to all who enter. We ask this in Christ's name. Amen. And now, because you and Suzanne have chosen each other in marriage and have witnessed this before God in our gathering, affirming your acceptance of the responsibility of such a union, and have pledged your love and faith to each other, sealing your vows and giving and receiving rings, I do proclaim you are husband and wife. Let all people here and everywhere recognize and respect this holy union now and forevermore. Make sure your marriage. I'm trying to hold that back, Broncos.
Wild horses. Yay. Oops, shaking the camera. My bad.
It's just a little earthquake. Now receive this challenge and benediction. Go in peace, as two and yet one. May your unity last through all your life together, through trials and triumphs that lie ahead. And so at the end of your life, that you may feel as you do this now, very happy to be loved and married. Now receive this blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
Amen.
Now I have to introduce you. We never resolved this.
The Hoagies.
What? What?
The what?
Just Steve and
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Yeah, there we go.
They
It's
have
my
this
privilege for the very
kind of
first time
word.
to introduce you as the married Steve and Suzanne.
Yay! Woo-hoo.
So much.
Thank you. And thank you all for being here and sharing this.
Yep.
If you had to drive 5 more minutes, you wouldn't have come.
That's right, yeah. If you had a few more blocks to go now.
It's also close to Brugos, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Chrissy, thanks for being here.
Go for pizza now and football. Go see how Denver's doing.
That's right.
There you go.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Oh, I'm so happy to be
Before she
here.
starts shivering.
Yeah, get her a coat.
Maybe you want my
No,
coat.
no, I've got something here somewhere.